Good evening and welcome in to LA Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League freshman semifinal between Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red and Kings Park Commack black. The Knights and the Bulls will square off. The 2 versus 3 seed in the regular season are due for battle shortly here at the rinks. We're live, Ryan Branigan here from Jacksonville, Florida. That is where we're covering the AAU Division 2 and 3 Nationals here in the lovely Community First Igloo. You might be wondering, how am I hearing your voice here in Jacksonville? Well, that's due to the great, fantastic kind of technology supported here by LA Sports Network. So with you wherever you are, here we are in Jacksonville, set for this fantastic matchup, Smithtown and Kings Park Commack. Smithtown Hauppauge. They faced twice in the regular season. Back on March 3rd, it was KPC getting the victory over Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red 5-3. And back on October 11th, it was Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red getting the victory over KPC 7-5. The grudge match, the finals, will be awaiting one of these two teams. Both want to get there, but only room for one. As I take a look at some of the key players for both sides, KPC, all regular season long, they were led by their number one leading goal scorer, 33 goals in 18 regular season games for Robert Wimmer. He was fabulous, 45 points in all. Followed up by DeFeo. DeFeo, the setup man, leading the team assists with 21. James Pagliata, he had 4 goals in their playoff win against Smithtown Hauppauge freshman blue. And so it'll be a revenge game for Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red to avenge their brother team. Getting the start in net tonight, it has already been confirmed for Smithtown Hauppauge that it will be Sean Wolgemuth. It was Thompson who got the start in their win, which sent them to the semis, a win they got in a tightly contested game, 2-1 over Northport Huntington. A much different story of how KPC got here. I mentioned avenging their fallen brethren. Smithtown Hauppauge freshman blue did not fare well against KPC on March 21st as KPC defeated them 8-2. And as I mentioned, Pagliata, 4 goals in the game. And also having big games was DeFeo. He had a goal and 2 assists. Wimmer, a goal and an assist as well. Max Manchester, he had 2 assists. Meanwhile, again, that tightly contested game that was going down to the wire with Northport Huntington. Goals were provided by Christian Krickow. He got things going. And Connor Krickow, his brother, twin brother, also collecting a goal for Smithtown Hauppauge. It was Christian who had the game winner. It was Connor who broke the scoring open. Solito and Costa, as well as Buscarino, all chipping in assists. And as I previously mentioned before, starting in it and playing very well was Thompson. They're going to mix it up. They're going to have Wolgemuth between the pipes here. And he will be up against for KPC. See if they announce their starting netminder. They have not. We can speculate, however, that the starting goaltender will be likely one of Guarneri and Friedman. As they look ready to drop the puck here at the rinks. Ryan Branigan, Rowan Laddick helping you out from here in the War Room in Jacksonville. And the main man on the cam, the future Fairfield Stag himself, Johnny Malizia, holding things down at the rinks in Hauppauge. As we're moments away from puck drop, one more look to see if they have confirmed the starting netminder. No confirmation on my end. I'll soon quickly get a number. Oh, look at Johnny zooming in for me. Oh, Johnny. You're too good. It is, in fact, Friedman who'll get the start as we're underway. Puck to the near side. It'll come back down low to be played on further by KPC. Fired up the far wall by Catazone. Intercepted in the neutral zone. A nice read there. It looked to be Christian Krikow. Back down low it goes for Catazone. To the near side. Krikow. Christian already causing havoc. Creates another turnover. Back to the blue line. Captain Pardini deflected in front by Krikow. And saved by Friedman. Away come KPC only for a moment. Resetting in their own zone. Smithtown Hauppauge. There's a shot from the point save. Rebound, a denial by Wolgemuth. His first good stop of the day. Another shot denied by Wolgemuth. As KPC, a couple of early chances from long range, denied by the Bulls netminder. Schwartz enters the zone. Drag, shot wide. Puck careens to the other side. Over a stick, here's Wimmer. Wimmer, centering feed, too far. He was trying to get it to Manchester. Again, it is Schwartz. Backhands it in to the far corner. Played back out in front. Pardini there to steer to safety. And now the Bulls can exit the zone. Ripping one from center ice. It's gloved by Friedman. Taking the blast. A new addition. He was not here last game. Or rather, he was. It was Dylan DeBow. I missed the number there. Backhand try and a save made by Wolgemuth. A rapid start here in the first period of the freshman semifinal between KPC, Smithtown, Hauppauge. We will briefly be, Johnny, our fantastic cameraman, will be showing the scoreboard periodically, so we stay on top of it back here in Jacksonville where we have control over the score as Johnny mans the camera. Here is Lucido. Along the far wall, to the line, not out. Held in, a great play there, made by Schwartz. To the near side, it's Costanzo. Now back into the neutral zone. Carrying through here is Ackerman. Try to send one through. A shot again from DeBow, deflecting off the high glass. Behind the net, still in the Bulls' possession. Try to get it back to the point. Deflects out of the zone. It will not be an icing due to the nature of the deflection. Getting there first on the forecheck. Great aggressive play here from Bamonti. Out in front. Shot from the point. Gloved by Wolgemuth. And he will hold on to it. 12:22 left here, first period. As we're 2 minutes 44 seconds. 2 minutes 48 seconds into period number one. Both goalies have passed their early tests. Blue line, Catazone fires down the wall. It'll wrap around to the far corner. Trying to get there first was Matthew McKenna. Here's Catazone. He'll come down the near wall from his defensive post. Swing one toward the front of the net. It deflects out to the high slot where Solito can backhand to center. Right back in it comes by way of Manchester. Schechter. Ryan Schechter. My apologies. Reading off the widescreen monitor here in the War Room in Jacksonville. The command center, as it's also been referred to. Carrying back with it now, the Mr. 4 goals himself, Pagliata. Nice move, Pagliata. Down the far wall. Tries to take a shot. A great stick check from behind by a Bull. I didn't catch who it was. Now the other way, dropping it into the offensive zone here is Kirscher. Comes right back out. Buscarino will send it across. Pardini taps it along, and the Bulls send in. Banks toward the crease where it's sticked away by Friedman. Jumping on it here for KPC is Jared Waterman. Puck back in the neutral zone. Neatly played away from trouble by Justin Basile. Pardini had it go by him. Here is Wimmer. Wimmer for Cohen. Mason Cohen back for Wimmer. Wimmer tumbles down to the ice. And back on the stick here for the Bulls is Taylor Mitchell. A lot of new additions who were not in the last game they played against Northport Huntington. A 2-1 victory, narrowly edging out the Tigers as that one came down to the wire. The Bulls ice the puck. We'll get a stoppage with roughly 10:18 to go here, first period. You get a nice close-up view there of Kevin Schwartz. Has a brother, Ryan Schwartz. I believe that plays for the developmental team for KPC. They were upset in the final by Commack Sayville, who went on a Cinderella run in the developmental level to secure the championship. Inside-outside move here from Jake Hayes. He'll backhand one around to the other side, the near side, and that's where it's picked up and pushed right back along by the Bulls and their defenseman, DeBow, son of the headman for the varsity team. Intercepted, a shot and a glove save made. Big time stop there for Wohlgemuth off the turnover. The rip taken by Zhikas. Cohen Zhikas in the regular season for KPC had 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points. A solid depth forward for the Knights. Back out in front, rejected. Taken back behind the net by Trevino. He'll try the other side. Trevino led the way in terms of goals in the regular season, or rather assists, for the Smithtown Hauppauge freshman Bulls. He had 10 of them. Second on the team, tied actually for the lead in points with 24 with Christian Krikow. Puck moved to the front of the net. They still vie for possession, and the Bulls will come away with it. Here's Avlanitis down the near wall. Tries to play one out in front, and it's blocked by Kevin Schwartz. And now Wimmer will pick it up in the corner. Wimmer, evading 2 Bulls, will send it up ice. Potential odd man rush for KPC, thwarted by the pass that was too hard to be handled by Zhikas. Back to the near side, hoping for Schwartz. Instead, is picked up and carried on further. Wheeling with it, DeFeo. Tough angle shot, stopped by the blocker of Wohlgemuth. As KPC are definitely leading in the shots on goal department. Not by a wide margin, but I would say they have the lead. We do not track that. It is not up on game sheet. Schwartz, long shot, and another right pad save made Wohlgemuth. And that just gets by the stick there of Costanzo all the way down for icing against the Bulls. As we have reached the 8:11 mark here of the first period. Nearing halfway through. No score. Daniel O'Donnell is your head coach for KPC, while George Avlanitis is backed up by Paul Arezzi, Jeffrey Lakowitz, and Brian Canny. As well, here's a shot and a save made by Friedman with exactly 8 to play. 7 minutes gone here in the first period. No score. KPC, Smithtown Hauppauge. Already punching their ticket into the final. The top team in the regular season, East Islip, they hold on to beat ESM 4-3 in a game that they controlled for the most part throughout. That got real dicey at the end. But they do hold on for the victory over the Sharks. East Islip just had the 1 loss all regular season long. They the top team. Same could be said for their developmental team that ultimately got upset in the first round by Commack Sayville. Here's a good move up the ice. Pass across, nearly connected. Andrew Katchen was there. Could not get the pass. They work it back across. Pardini loads up, fires. That hit the stick of Amonte and wide. Trying to go back out in front and through the crease. Pardini once more, throwing it to the front of the net. Catazone blocked it and will fire it around the boards and out of the zone. That's where Basil catches back up with it. Across for Pardini. He couldn't handle it off the boards. Manchester going the other way with Bamonti. Toward the goal, blocked. Manchester trying to will it back down further down low. He's helped out by McKenna, who spins it back down low. Around it comes now out of the zone. Palliata spins it right back down. Wogemuth out to stop it. Basil first on it for the Bulls. Along the far wall. Once again, Basil. He'll come around the near side and backhand around. Past his intended target ends up being a turnover. Here's a chance. McKenna had it, lost it. And now out of the zone. Daniel Munch will hop on it for the Knights. Backhands around. Picked up along the far wall. Banked to the line. Held in by Basil. Basil retreats. And gets it on the stick of Pardini. A left-handed shot. Defenseman will play it up the near wall for Buscarino. And now backhanded in by Christian Krikow. Here it's taken now by Palliata. Left it behind him. Palliata down the wall. Lucido trying to get over there. Wraparound try off the side of the net. Pops back out in front and can be brought to center by Christian Krikow. Pardon, that's Connor Krikow. They have an older brother, Charles, played for the JV team. JV team that ultimately fell to ESM in the final. Final that was a best of 3. Shot denied. DeFeo. What a save made by Wogemuth. Back on goal. Another stop, Wogemuth. He's trying to poke it out of harm's way. Scramble is on. Loose puck picked up and skated to center by Buscarino. Buscarino over the line. Splitting the D. Buscarino's shot goes wide. A good stick from Munch. Broke it up. And Munch playing it away from the incoming Connor Krikow. Backhanded up. Here's Waterman. He'll spin it in the zone. Bouncing around to the other side. Lucido trying to get there. Sattler there as well. Younger brother. Older brother playing for, I believe, the varsity team. Here's DeFeo. Great pass. One-time shot. Just missed. Big opportunity there for Washinger. Here's another chance for Washinger in denial. Wogemuth. The Muth is Luth as the puck in the far corner is fired down the length of the ice by the Bulls. They'll take the icing. No, there will not be any icing. Interesting. Must have deflected. KPC quickly get it right back in. Wimmer. Lost the handle of it. Puck knocked into the air. Wimmer. That's Cursor getting a stick in. The puck briefly was in the crease. Now back down low. Cross ice feed. A shot blocked. Hits the glass behind Wogemuth. A nice little step play made there by DeFeo. Schwartz, great puck movement. Good possession. Catazone shot blocked. And now banked into the zone by the Bulls. Wimmer fighting off a check there from Hayes. Catazone. Pass ahead now. Offside is Jikas and KPC. And we'll get a stoppage with 2 minutes and roughly 31 seconds left here in the first period. No score between KPC and Smithtown Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League freshman semifinal on LI Sports Network. Play resumes. Connor Krikow. Pardon, that's Trevino. Trevino into the zone. Around the net. Trying to go back up top. It comes off the stick of Basil. KPC going to the other way. Pardini is back. 2-on-1 developing. Manchester trying to get a shot through. Blocked by Pardini, the captain. Regained here by Basil. Tries to lead Avlanitis. Bit too far. Basil trying to go across with it now. Justin Basil. Out in front, a cover here from Friedman. And that'll stop play with about 1 minute and 45 seconds here left in the first period. Face off to the left of the KPC number. Comes on goal and a quick flash of the right pad of Friedman making the stop. Going the other way, Manchester. Long shot, blocked it away by Bogamuth. Pops right up into the air, trying to glove it down for KPC. There was Aiden Marchese. Spinning out of trouble now, Munch. Pardon, that was Christopher Pugh. Munch. Down the wall to himself. Around the net goes Munch. On his forehand, centering feed. Eventually backhanded by Pagliata. It's on top of the net. And that's where it is frozen. 1:01 to go, first period. We're right on schedule. Thanks to Rowan Laddick. Face off to the right of Wogemuth. Oh, it's 3-0 Columbia as they lead Rutgers, if anyone was wondering what's going on in AAU Division III hockey. I see the one person that wanted to know that is Glad. Oh, it's his no people? All right, sorry. Down the other way, trying to break out. Smithtown Hauppauge, they cannot. Here's a chance. Pagliata, a drive, and a save made by Wogemuth. Trying to break out Smithtown Hauppauge. Back down it comes. Stopped by Sean Wogemuth. Smithtown Hauppauge unable to break out. Lucido will bank to center. McKenna could not get it any further, and he took a bump. Delivering the hit there was Costa. Here's Schwartz, trying to create space for himself as time expires here in the first period. No score between Kings Park Commack and Smithtown Hauppauge. We'll step aside here at LI Sports Network, and we'll return for the second period. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Freshman Semifinal on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League freshman semifinal between Smithtown Hauppauge and Kings Park Commack. No score at the end of one. Only one team will make it to the finals to get the privilege to take on East Islip. I am now joined alongside Thomas Agavino. He is very familiar with these teams. He had the privilege of helping coach the Smithtown Hauppauge brother team I mentioned that fell to KPC by a score of 8-2. Here's a 2-on-1 chance. Wimmer across, Catazone deflected just wide. Sattler now on it for the Knights. I'll bring him in when we have a moment. Sattler back up top, and now Smithtown Hauppauge goes the other way. They might have numbers. Catazone comes across, makes a great defensive play. Taken back again by Smithtown Hauppauge. Here is Costa. A shot denied by Friedman. And now with 14:22 left in the first period, it is my privilege, duty, and honor to bring on Thomas Agavino. Thomas, what are your thoughts so far?
They're playing pretty strong, having a good game right now. It's still 0-0, still early, a lot of hockey to play. You know, the boys been working hard all season for this, so we'll see how they turn out. KPC is a good opponent for them, so it's going to be a tough game all the way through.
Couldn't agree more as the puck knocked down. Friedman scramble on, and Friedman will seal the puck up and get the cover. So as you obviously are pretty familiar with the Smithtown Hauppauge bunch there, and this is the freshman red team. You had a bigger hand in the blue team. How close are the two teams in terms of their familiarity with one another?
Well, I mean, they split the ice. They practice together. They'll do scrimmages against each other pretty often to make sure both teams are relatively close to the same level. Smithtown Blue is really good too. They've had a few rough games, but they're doing pretty well. But the red team, strong, great coaching. They've got great practices, great drills and stuff. They all work really hard. And they all have fun. That's the most important part about the game. It is a game, so you want to make sure everybody's having fun and nobody's really getting hurt. Obviously, everybody wants to win, but not everybody can win. So having fun is the main topic that everybody wants to focus on, really.
Love to hear it. Of course, only one team of these two will win and move on to the final. Wimmer behind the net. Wimmer, of course, 33 regular season goals. One of the top players for KPC, if not the top. A shot from the point does not get through. A big block there from Connor Krikow as the puck deflects back along here for Buscarino. He'll go D-to-D, now back for Krikow as they try to break out. Now Buscarino ahead for Basil. Basil on the near wall. Tries to spin out of trouble. Battling a KPC defender. It appeared like it was Jikas. It was with the defensive group. Now back for Basil. Basil ahead. Taken away by Munch. Munch, though, has a bit of an issue with it. Still able to get it ahead. Intercepted and taken back by Basil as we hit the 12:30 mark of the second period. Still no score between Smithtown Hauppauge, freshman red, and Kings Park Commack. Here is Basil over the line. Let's one go. A glove save made by Friedman. He might have got the left pad on it as well. Now back across. Incoming Pugh. Pugh, a shot wide. Catazone keeps in along the far blue. Down low it goes again. Numbers down low for KPC. A sharp angle try is denied by Wolgamuth. Collision in the far corner. Chipped on the boards and just squeaks out of the zone past Catazone, who gets a huge bump. You saw the KPC coach. He wanted a call there. His arms extended into the air. He won't get one. Playoff hockey, baby, as we continue on. Lucido sends in Friedman to stop it. Catazone picking it up. He'll have plenty of room to pick up speed through the neutral zone. Takes the shot. Blocker save made. Wolgamuth. Another challenge down low. Chance. Score! It's snuck past. Snuck by Wolgamuth. And into the back of the net. Let's see if we got it. And there's your celebration. Just missing it. No. Not your fault at all. 1-0 KPC. They take the early lead here on Smithtown Hauppauge. What'd you see on that goal?
Well, they broke down a little bit. They didn't clear out in front of the net, but the boys will bounce back. The most important part of the game is having one of those guys on the team that keeps getting everybody going, even if you are down. And one of the big guys that stands out to me is Vinny Solito. He's a big get-together guy for the whole team, tries keeping everybody going. He's very hard on himself, but he doesn't have a letter, but he's a leader in many ways and helps the team keep going and everything like that. So it's important, but that offsides there was just a miscommunication. So we got to keep it going, and the boys will bounce back.
There you go, highlighting the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls Solito. Solito in the regular season had 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 point. An important depth player for the Bulls as the puck rolls around to be played on further by Christian Krikow. Down and around and taken over here. Out of the zone, picking up speed is Paliotta. He had 4 goals and an 8-2 win in the quarterfinal. Bulls take it back the other way. Avlonitis glances across. Now can be reeled back in, by Trevino. Munch taking over. Munch with a nice little spin move. He'll work his way in. The shot hit a stick in which it went flying and never made it on goal to Wolgamuth. Another shot blocked, and away come the Bulls. Christian Krikow with Avlonitis. Avlonitis trying to step around Munch. Will backhand it around to his team on the other side. Paliotta spinning it back around. Turned over. Chance here for the Bulls. Out in front. Here's another chance. They score! And eventually burying the loose puck. It looked to be Brennan Parker tying it at 1.
Hey, like I said, they bounced back. They must have got going on the bench. Coaches is good. They never look down. They're never behind. It's always a 0-0 game, and got to keep fighting for it, Never give up.
Oh, they know. We all know Mr. Agavino is the score. 1-1, the first of the playoffs for Parker. He did not play in their first game in the quarters. Gets the game tied up for the Bulls. Parker, in the regular season, had just 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points. So coming up huge in the playoffs, in the big moment when they need him most, was Brennan. Bulls keeping the pressure on. Another shot from Parker from the blue line. Goes wide. Interesting there. He pinched up from his defensive post to tap in that goal. A great read by Parker on the goal. He'll try to battle back. Instead, coming in and shooting wide. A big chance. Another try goes wide for the opportunity there from KPC's DeFeo. Another chance denied by Wolgamuth with the blocker. Back the other way. KPC still have the pressure. Sattler. Now Catazone taken back over. Tapped into the zone by Christian Krikow. Schwartz wrapping it around, trying to chip it into the defensive end was Munch. He stumbles down. Bulls going the other way. It's stolen away. Stolen away by Schwartz, but they'll take back. A shot, a save made by Friedman, and he'll hold with 8:10 to go here in the second. We're all tied up at 1. The goal scored by Brennan Parker to tie, assisted by Avlonitis. Face-off 1, Vasile takes the shot. Ricochets sprawling back, and it would not go. Wait, it did go. They do score. The Bulls take the lead. Yeah, do you know where the puck is? I don't. But judging by the reaction there of Costa, it was in the back of the net. 2-1 Bulls. They score 2 goals in a little over a minute and 43 seconds. Costa from Connor Krickow. And Smithtown Hauppauge take the lead. I'm now joined by Rin Shimano, the fantastic cameraman here. Rin, you just saw that goal, or did you see that goal as a cameraman? What did you see?
That was a sick shot. I really like that.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Really. Costa from Krickow. 2-1 Bulls. And now the pressure shifts to the KPC side of things. And a penalty on KPC. Now a power play for the Bulls. A big opportunity to take a multi-goal lead as they have finally tasted what lead tastes like in this second period. First time in the game. Wimmer, short-handed, gets on his horse, moves down the wall, around the net. Wimmer in front, nobody home. Catazone back at the blue line. Fires one wide. Ricocheting around, it'll be Basile. Basile past the head too far. And Catazone will jump on it and will rip it down the ice. Basile and Wimmer come together. Back around here now, Pardini. The captain, Dylan Pardini. Carries it. Oh, pass blocked by Wimmer. Dangerous there. And a power play for the Bulls that really has never gotten going. Another shot, glove down by Wogemuth. He will play it over to Basile. Up the far wall is SCHSHL there, and the puck will end up, pardon me, I believe that was 11, not 18. DeFeo was there. The puck ends up in the KPC bench. It's been a wild second period, to say the least. By the way, Daniel O'Donnell, that's the head coach of KPC, who got the penalty. So it's being served by Cohen SCHSHL. Here we are, the Bulls going in the other way. The penalty nearing its conclusion in just a matter of 40 seconds or so. Back on goal, out in front. Nobody home. Ripped around, Lucido. Takes a shot through traffic, got through, and a save made by Friedman. Ripped around the boards by the Knights, and they'll clear. They go D to D. Lucido. Ahead. Connor Krickow lets one go, and a left toe save made by Friedman. Here's Daniel Munch. He'll come up ice. Munch lost it. Pardon me, that was Paliata. I only saw the two. Here's Lucido. There's Daniel Munch trying to get a poke check in along with Catazone. Puck not out of the zone, but too many Bulls on the ice. We're not in Pamplona. There were too many Bulls. And so a power play for KPC, and going to serve it is the player that Thomas Agavino mentioned as the glue guy, Solito. Face-off coming to the left of Wogemuth. Please, no choking, guys. Face-off! Whoa! It was one, and a rip of a shot goes over the net. Paliata. Wimmer trying to poke it along. It's Christian Krickow trying to prevent the exact opposite from happening, getting it out of the zone, trying to rip it on goal. Still Krickow. Backhand Krickow. Save made. Loose. It's still loose. And Krickow in disbelief as Connor Friedman made a massive save. We get the close-up shot from Johnny Malizia. Here we have a replay of this sequence, and there you just see Friedman probably catching his breath, knowing he just saved a goal that would have been scored short-handed by the Bulls. Power play time is winding down. Puck in the zone. Catazone gets it behind his net. Lifted to the other side. Good cross-ice feed. Wimmer steps in. Wimmer looking for space. Trying to go back door. Puck dribbling on. Now can be circled back by Catazone. Spins. Shoots wide. Pagliata. Down low. Wimmer. Trying to go back to the blue line. It was interrupted by a bull stick. Pagliata wings on over, and Smithtown Hauppauge able to clear. Friedman out to stop it. Got his own. Good lead pass. Wimmer moves in. Takes a wrist shot. A stick save made. Wilgamuth to the line and barely out. Catazone nearly held it in. Now DeFeo. Trying to stick handle through the Bulls' defense and having other ideas was Kersher. Pagliata back on it. Drag. Sharp angle try save. Rebound. Another save made by Wilgamuth. DeFeo. Circling with it. DeFeo drops it off for Pagliata. Once again, DeFeo. Across with a pass and a deflection never came. And now out of the zone with speed. It's Avlanitis. Fresh out of the box. Goes wide. Back to 5-on-5. Catazone gathers back in his own zone. And he will find it over to DeFeo. He'll march into the zone. Stick handling. On the backhand. DeFeo. Watched by Basil. Played it between his legs. Nobody there to receive. He was hoping to get it to SCHSHL. DeFeo. Hoping for Pagliata. Basil. Intercepts. Gives it away. Chance down low. KPC. They couldn't get a shot through. Wimmer a drive. Oh, it was blocked. Or maybe a save. Wilgamuth. Schwartz. Back on it in his own end. Pass. Hit a skate. Tipped along now, DeFeo, a long shift for him. He'll bring it back in behind the goal, nearly a giveaway, but he'll jump back on it. Hayes was skating back. Nice move through the defense here by DeFeo. Sharp angle shot off the side of the net. McKenna coming down the zone, trying to get on it. Circling now is Pagliata. Pagliata gets space, rips a shot and a save made by Wilgamuth. Still, Pagliata, another try, bounces just wide as it hit the goaltender. Wilgamuth came out in front. KPC swarming. The Knights have their swords out, ready to slay. The Bulls come away with it. Basil tapping into the zone. Late stages, second period, 2-1, Smithtown Hauppauge. They trailed by 1, heading in, or early goings of the second period, have come back to take the lead. Pass across from SCHSHL, nobody home on the other side for the Knights. Still in the zone, along that far wall. And now a one-on-one here for Hayes. What a move! Hayes! Shot denied, rebound wide! Oh, wow, what a save made by Friedman. And now the puck lifted off the high glass. It'll bank down low. Lucido with under $1:30 to go, about 1:23 and counting. Again, here's the chance. A shot wide. A good opportunity for Jake Hayes. He had a beautiful move. It would have been a highlight reel goal for certain. Wimmer for KPC. Around the net. Back around. Spun back to the blue line this time by Schechter. Avlanitis sends out. We're under a minute here to go in the second period. Bouncing puck. Finally settled down by the Bulls. They'll send in. Schwartz picks it back up for KPC. He'll bank it off the wall. It's for Wimmer. Wimmer will get there. Wimmer. Nice move. Wimmer in the final 30. What does he have in store for us? A shot. A hell save made by Wilgamuth. Took it right off the noggin. Deflection shot off the side of the net. KPC still regain control. It's along the near corner. Schechter wide with the, pardon me, that is Schechter. As we hit double zeros here in the second period. Whew. My, oh my, what a period of hockey that was. The action never stopped. The initial goal, getting things started for KPC, Noah Bamonte. And for Bamonte, his first of the playoffs. Followed up by Brennan Parker, his first of the playoffs in his first appearance from Nicholas Avlanitis. And then, a little over a minute and 40 seconds later, Costa from Connor Krikow made it 2-1. And then it was all HE double hockey sticks breaking loose as the game really lost its mind, and both goaltenders made some outstanding saves. 2-1 at the end of 2. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Winner will be decided in this period or in overtime. That's for us to find out and for the players to decide. Wimmer behind the net. It is Smithtown Hauppauge that have the lead. Here's Catazone. Backhanding one along. Played to the front of the net, hoping for Wimmer. It's broken up. Krikow trying to bank to center. He could not. Trevino picking up the loose puck. He's bumped off. A good play made by Munch. Put out in front. Nobody home there. Avlanitis. Keeping it on the blue line for the moment here is Kersher. Logan Kersher. And now on further for Drew Trevino. Now it's Avlanitis. Avlanitis gets hammered there by Munch. Stepping up there, Kersher, a great play, and he'll send in for the Bulls as we approach 1 minute gone by here in the third period. Smithtown Hauppauge leading KPC 2-1 in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League freshman semifinal. Munch, what a move! Munch knocked off his stick by Basil. Munch back on it, pulls, fires, save made, Wolgamuth. Munch will lift it to the blue line. That's where Robert Wimmer can handle. Wimmer, spinning out of the trouble caused by Avlanitis, takes a shot, save made by Wolgamuth. And it's ripped down the ice by the Bulls. If it doesn't bank on goal, it will be an icing, and it is indeed an icing. With 13 minutes and 26 seconds left. Rowan, you have some sort of superpower. And for those of you who don't know, Ryan Brownigan joined alongside Rowan Laddick, who is running the board, and it's kind of difficult to run a clock when you cannot see the clock in the arena, but she's managing to do it perfectly fine. To the point. Held in by KPC. Shot toward the net, cut off by Basil, who will lift one to center. Here is Solito. Solito, fanning on the shot. Trying to stick with it. Buscarino, trying to play it across. It's rejected from the front of the net. A clap bomb from Basil goes wide. Here's Pugh. Pew, coming up the far wall. Has it back. Plays it across. Taken over by Solito. Intercepted. Backhander is gloved off the stick of Bamonte. And that's where Wolgamuth will hold. Bamonte opened the scoring for KPC in the regular season. Bamonte As I take a look at it now, had just 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points, but 1 playoff goal, the only one scored by KPC. Schwartz smacks it into the zone. It's DeBow who will send it around for Lucido. Or rather, that was Trevino. It's sent into the zone. Here's Daniel Munch. Nice little head fake. Creates space for himself down low as he tried to evade Costa. Still evading Costa. Or rather, that's Ackerman. Was Munch. Now Ackerman takes it back. He'll hit the blue. Send in deep. Or at least he planned to before it got taken over here by Palliata. Trying to make space for himself along that far wall. Here's Schwartz at the blue. He'll get it across for Munch, who knocks it down, takes the shot. It's gloved. Rebound, still loose. Trying to force it over to the front of the net that time was McKenna. And the Bulls will clear. Skating it into the zone now, Ackerman. Drags. Could not get around Munch. He took a shot up high, and now Munch will get called for it. If Munch is able to direct the point of contact to the chest area of Ackerman, he doesn't get called, but it hit the helmet as Ackerman went down, and so a penalty on KPC's defenseman Munch, Daniel Munch. So a power play chance for Smithtown Hauppauge, leading by a goal here in the third period of a semifinal game. Their ticket to the finals for a matchup against KPC, but shorthanded. Here's a chance. DeFeo denied by the right pad of Wolgamuth. Schwartz holds in. DeFeo centers. Nobody home. Good stick lift. KPC take it back. DeFeo still with it. DeFeo, nice move. Another shot. Denied. Sealing off the post there, Wolgamuth. He's been outstanding, Rowan, I say. Outstanding in the net for Smithtown Hauppauge. Got his own. Will fire it around the wall. It'll wrap all the way around. And so, with time winding down on the power play, we're reaching about a minute gone by in said power play. The Bulls have it in their own zone. They need to figure out a way to map out how they will get out and back into the KPC zone. Fired in by Pardini. Catazone gets to it first. Wraps it around the boards and all the way down. Basil. Challenged by DeFeo, creates the turnover. Back out in front. It'll flash across the crease and come to the near side. Into the near corner. 2 Bulls, 1 Knight. It's the Knight that comes out of it. It's DeFeo. He's been a man on a mission. A shot denied by Wolgamuth. He's on another mission. The opposite mission of DeFeo, and that's to save pucks. DeFeo wants to score them. That one, nearly a friendly fire deflection goal. But avoiding trouble and coming out of the zone here is Trevino. Trevino on the backhand. Tries to get around the defenseman Schwartz. Now Avlanitis. Nitis picks it up. Sends it down below. Wide with the shot. Now Pardini. Intercepted and fired up the wall by Zikas. We're back to even strength. Here's Wimmer. Try to get around the defense by skating backwards to no success. Fired. Backdoor play for DeFeo. And I'm not sure if he shot it wide or the stick of Wolgamuth got in there. Palliata for DeFeo. Out in front for Wimmer. A good stick from Pardini broke it up. Now Trevino will look to clear through center. He could not. Held in by Catazone. A bouncing puck is still loose. Stopped by Wolgamuth. The rebound cleared. Palliata. KPC looking dangerous here as we are nearing halfway through the third period between Smithtown Hauppauge and Kings Park Commack. The semifinal matchup. Only one will make it to the finals. 8 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the third period. To the right of Wolgamuth. Nice play there by Munch. Munch steps around one. He'll regather. Tries to get it over to Wimmer. Wimmer gets it back. Fighting 1v3. Could not push it down low. Where awaiting the puck was McKenna. Left it behind him there. Did Benstock. Wimmer down the wall. They'll try to force it to the front. Pagliata had it taken away. He drops his stick and getting out of the zone. A great play. Moving in Hayes. Jake Hayes. Munch takes it back. Under 8 to play. Third period. Munch drags, fires. Right pad stop made by Wohlgemuth. And the Bulls will clear it down the length of the ice. A fumbling puck that will die at the circle. Quick shot. And that caught the glove of Friedman and deflects around. Munch. Backhand pass taken over by Christian Krikow. Connor Krikow. Pagliata had it rejected. Banked off the glass by Waterman to the zone. Wimmer takes back. A drive from the point blocked. Wimmer picks up the loose puck. Backhands across. Oh! Couldn't pull the trigger. Was Dylan Sattler. A point rip. Doesn't get through. Wimmer along the near side. Fighting. Off hits. Wimmer. Hoping for Pagliata. Buscarino there. And a tripping call is being assessed. Who is it on? It is on Smithtown Hauppauge. As Thompson comes out from the bench and will join his teammate in the box, Brennan Parker. He opened the scoring for Smithtown Hauppauge in the second period. And right now the difference-making goal belongs to Costa. Face-off one. Shot off the draw by Wimmer, blocked. Good passing. Shot from Pagliata, deflects over the top. Right off the post. Out in front. Catazone slows things down. Gets it across. Pugh trying to go back to Catazone. Fanned on it. Here comes Buscarino. Buscarino shot, save made. Friedman, a big save. Keeping KPC within a shot of striking distance. Buscarino, a fantastic penalty-killing play, using all the strength he can muster to get that shot through. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League freshman semifinal playoff matchup on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brownigan on the call. Rowan Laddick running board, a few guest appearances. Incoming. Here, DeFeo back to the blue line. Catazone nearly left it behind him. He's able to track back to it and pitch it down the low past the goal line, where it's handled once more by DeFeo. Trying to go over to Pagliata. Hopped over his stick and cleared by the Bulls. And we get a stoppage with 1:03 left on the power play. 5:53 to go in the third. KPC in the regular season, 16 wins, 4 losses, 1 overtime win. They were the 3 seed. No, the 2 seed. Spinning a shot and a blocker save made by Friedman. $32 points in the regular season. Was just 1 more than this Smithtown Hauppauge freshman red bunch. Shot and goal steered away by Wohlgemuth. Clap bomb blocked by DeFeo. That one definitely stung. I winced from here all the way in Jacksonville. Yes, Jacksonville. If you don't know, rewind. doing the game virtually. Centering feed, intercepted. Charging up the ice, one-on-one here. Nice move there from Ackerman, but he ran out of runway. To the front of the net. Chance here for the Bulls, and a save made by Friedman. KPC clear. Time winding down on the power play. Moved back across here for Smithtown. Hauppauge. Shot glances wide. Along the near wall. Trying to force it out is Smithtown Hauppauge. Catazone. Trevino and KP come away with it. Banking ahead with it is Catazone. It's taken back by Basil. With under 4 to play in the third period, the Bulls holding on to a 1-goal lead over KPC. An outstanding performance from Sean Wogemuth. Getting word from Rowan that here in the arena in Jacksonville, Columbia against Rutgers, the glass broke. Not sure how, but that's causing a delay there. Here, no delay, all gas, no brake, as Smithtown Hauppauge working forward. Avlanitis trying to drag it through. Avlanitis, a shot save, rebound save made by Friedman. He's keeping KPC one shot away from tying the game. Here's another look at the magical moves from Nicholas Havlanitis. Look at that play, staying with it. Takes the shot, and watch him track the puck for the rebound. And there is Friedman, keeping him in it. No scoring here in the third period. All the scoring actually took place in the second, all 3 goals. KPC took the 1-0 lead, then 2 quick goals from Smithtown Hauppauge, tied it up, and took the lead. Wimmer. To the point, Munch. Trying to get around Krikow. Christian. Shot. Hit the bar! And out of play. That close. We're KPC with 2:40 to go in the third to making it a tie game. Wow. It looks like the player jumping into the glass broke it. Flat wide! Schwartz rips it around. Put out in front. Oh, they wanted Manchester. Couldn't get him. Not out of the zone. 2:30 to play. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here on the rinks. The Hauppauge rinks north side. Out of the zone. Past the outstretched Munch. The puck will die before it gets to the goal line. Handled by Schwartz. Tries a pass ahead. It's intercepted. Incoming, Connor Krikow. Shot wide. Schwartz off the wall to DeFeo. Instead, it is taken up by Pagliata. Pagliata takes his way through. Now Manchester a shot. Blocker save made Wogemuth. Pagliata to the blue line. Munch spins out of trouble. Down low it goes. Under 1:40 to play. Up the far wall, held in by Munch. Munch fakes. Poked away. Connor Krikow, what a play. Connor Krikow to himself. No empty net yet. What a sliding play by Catazone. Here come KPC. Pagliata. It went by him. Catazone toward the goal, blocked, and the Bulls can clear. It's in the feet of Solido, and now Friedman will stop it. Keep an eye on Connor Friedman as we're nearing just 60 seconds left of regulation time. Manchester, long shot, is sealed up. To the bench goes Friedman, holding the puck. Was Wogemuth. 55.6 seconds to play. It's coming down to the wire. Buckle up, folks, because it is going to be a bumpy ride to the finish. A timeout taken by KPC. And with it, I will step aside just to build some tension, as if there weren't enough already. 2-1 Smithtown Hauppauge leading Kings Park Commack. 55 to play. Empty net KPC. What more could you ask for in the semifinal, where the winner will go on to face SCHSHL? We'll be right back on the LI Sports Network. Welcome back. Live from Jacksonville, Florida, where we're calling the AAU Division II, Division III Nationals. Virtually, I'm at the rinks, and I'm glad I am, because what a game I've been treated to. Empty net KPC. It's now or never. Great puck deflected out of the zone. Buscarino. He's a candidate for a Branny Biggin, as I will award two at the end of each game. Here is Wimmer. Munch. Rips it down the wall. Pelliata to the blue line. Catazone blocked. Blocked by Costa. Kersher spins it around, and we get a whistle here. And it's going all the way down. I believe it was an offside or a high stick. Offside, must be. An intentional offside, sending the puck all the way down into the KPC zone. So coming back from the bench to man the net is Friedman. Just 16 to play. The puck is dropped. It's won by Smithtown Hauppauge, but a giveaway. Speeding down the center ice was Pelliata. And now Wimmer. DeFeo breaks in. Offside is called. Oh, man. 10.5 seconds, if we can get 7 added here. 10.5 to go in the third. I ask and I shall receive. There's my 10 seconds on the clock. It is truly do or die. It'll be a miraculous tying goal for KPC. DeFeo appears frustrated, was waving someone on to come from the bench area. DeFeo still emphatic. He'll take the draw, the most important face-off of the game. He wins it forward as he planned to. Gets it across. Too far for Pelliata. Out of the zone. Time winding down. Munch across. They need to get a shot toward the goal. Here it comes. It's denied by Wogemuth. And the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls have punched their ticket to the final. They beat KPC 2-1 and will face SCHSHL for freshman division supremacy. Somewhere in the building, Thomas Agavino just smiled. As the Bulls he helped coach defeat KPC in an absolute thrilling nail-biter that came down to the very end. The difference-making goal scored by Costa. The GWG, he's certainly a Branny Biggin recipient. The other has to be the immaculate goaltending of Sean Wogemuth as he stood on his head and marched the Bulls on to victory past the Knights of KPC. What a game it was, and I was very pleased, thrilled, in fact, to be on the call, even though I'm here in Jacksonville. What AAU? What college hockey? There's freshman hockey to call, and I'm glad I did it. 2-1 your final. Smithtown Hauppauge move on to the finals. They beat KPC. Thank you so much for tuning in to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League semifinal. From Rowan Laddick, Rin Shimano, Thomas Agavino, Ryan Brannigan here on the call, wishing you all a very good night. Once again, 2-1 Smithtown Hauppauge. They go on to the final to take on East Islip. And that game, I don't know the date, but it will be coming up soon, so stay tuned. You all probably know when it is better than I do. 2-1. Thank you so much. Have a good night.